Hello and welcome. My name is Bonnie and I am the Secondary Campus Assistant Principal at the Lakes South Moraine College. I will be your guide through the following presentation aimed towards helping prospective students and families get an understanding of what life is like at the Lakes. If at any time you do have questions, I encourage you to jot those down and feel free to make contact with the school at any time, either via our email address, which you can see on the screen, via phone 9401 3919, and also encourage you to have a look at our Facebook page for recent events and activities that we've been doing at the school. School tours are held regularly, so we also invite all prospective students and families to come to the school to have a tour to get a real sense and feel of the place whilst it's in action. Thank you and enjoy. On behalf of the Lakes South Moraine College's school community, we would like to respectfully acknowledge that beneath the significant river red gums that feature across our school's landscape lay the traditional lands of the Wurundjeri Willen people of the Kulin Nation. We thank the traditional owners of this land on which we are able to learn and connect and pay tribute to their ongoing connection to both land, waters and culture. We are inspired by those who have inhabited, nurtured and cared for this land since the beginning, and we aspire to continue caring for this land into the future. We pay our respects to ancestors, elders and those emerging to lead future generations, as well as any First Nation peoples who are connected to us through our college community and on our learning journeys. The Lakes South Moraine College is a dual campus school of between 700 to 800 students nestled in the grassy hills of Melbourne's north and is part of the outer northern corridor in the city of Whittlesea. Established in 2007 as a Prep to 9 school, the Lakes South Moraine College made a significant shift in 2019 to reflect the community's desire to extend our educational offerings to provide a senior secondary program. 2022 saw a significant milestone reached for the college with a dedicated primary campus and a secondary campus that offers the full complement of years 7 through to 12. The college comprises a diverse community with a representative mix of many different cultures. There are at least 30 different language groups spoken by our students and families. Further adding to the depth of our college is the diversity of our staffing profile. As the college's origins stem from an early years and middle years philosophy and structure, on the secondary campus we have a significant number of expert middle years educators, or those that are finely tuned to the educational, social and emotional development of young people from ages 10 to 15. With the college's more recent extension to provide a full senior secondary complement, we too have grown our staffing profile to include those with senior secondary expertise and speciality. We pride ourselves on supporting a gender equitable mix of staffing across the campus, and we support teachers at all stages of their career. A significant proportion of our teachers have been with the college for 10 plus years, and we're very proud to boast that we are nearing 20 educators who have left our college to be appointed in principal class positions across the state. The Lakes South Moraine College's motto is Aspire to Inspire. Our vision is for students to work as a team to support inclusion, enhance respectful relationships, and to engage all students to achieve learning success, build their personal confidence, and aspire as leaders and global citizens. As a college, we aim to achieve this by ensuring that engaging teaching and learning strategies are employed to encourage student agency, build their capacity, maintain high expectations, and ultimately give students the right to dream big. We live and breathe by 4 core values at the Lakes. These are learning, teamwork, leadership, and respect. These values underpin all that we aim to achieve and represents the views and expected behaviours of our school community. To be a learner, we encourage students to challenge themselves and aim high, take risks with their learning and learn from mistakes, and see problems as opportunities. To be a team player, we ask that students support one another to achieve common goals, work cooperatively and collaboratively to share responsibility and ownership, and to be a part of something bigger than themselves. As leaders, we ask that students work towards being the very best version of themselves and achieving their personal best at all times. We ask that they are willing to take risks and try new things, as well as being a positive role model and seeking opportunities to learn and grow. Finally, to be respectful, we require students to value and represent themselves and all within our community with care, compassion, and honesty, to uphold and take a stand for their rights and the rights of others. And finally, we ask that they celebrate the uniqueness and diversity of all. The college is located on expansive grounds and supports native plants indigenous to our area. Our buildings were created to blend in with this landscape and were specially designed to showcase the significant river red gums on the property, as well as to harness the natural and sustainable resources within. The college enjoys purpose-built facilities that enable next century learning to take place. Our flexible classrooms allow for flexible approaches, supporting both the educational, physical, social, and emotional needs of diverse learners. To support students transitioning to our college from primary settings, we will see the establishment of a dedicated Year 7 learning and yard space, as highlighted in green on this map. Year 7 students will undertake the majority of their classes in this learning space and will venture out more broadly across the college for classes that require specialist rooms. At recess and at lunch, Year 7 students may choose to use the many and varied outdoor spaces across the campus, or may prefer to remain in the dedicated Year 7 area along Jardier Terrace. Whilst our school grounds are geographically expansive, they are accessible to all, including those with mobility needs. Most students who attend the college do so by walking or riding their bikes using the large number of tracks around our local area. For those who catch public transport, there are numerous train and bus stops located closely to the college, including a dedicated school bus route that starts at Morang South Primary, travels through Stagecoach Boulevard and arrives at the school. The Lake South Morang College is a vibrant learning environment with an innovative approach to curriculum. The curriculum is aligned to the Victorian curriculum for Prep to Year 10 and VCE study designs for Years 11 and 12. These provide a coherent and comprehensive set of prescribed content and common achievement standards, which are used to plan student learning programs, assess student progress, and report to both students, parents, and carers. As a school, we are committed to integrating curriculum domains from Years 7 to 10 to allow for an inquiry approach towards effective and engaging programs. The inquiry process allows for many curricular areas and general capabilities to be immersed into the teaching and learning programs offered. Every student at the Lakes is respected as a unique learner with individual strengths and talents. Student data is used to inform individualised approaches, groupings, differentiation, intervention, and extension. Curiosity and inquiry are approaches to learning that are supported through student agency and voice. The opportunity for elective subject selection occurs in Year 9, which allows students ownership over their own learning pathways. Across Years 7 to 10, students have a range of core curriculum areas and elective subjects. In Years 7 and 8, all subjects are core. However, students will rotate through term-based subjects in the domains of the arts and technology. At Year 9, students' core curriculum subjects reduce and they have a range of elective subjects to choose from in the areas of PE, Indonesian, arts and technology. Following through with this at Year 10, again, there is significantly more choice and more pathways for students so that they can engage in learning that suits their particular learning style and their future aspirations. The VIA program creates unique opportunities for students to amplify their educational experience. This is achieved through a relentless drive and focus on student outcomes and the creation of collaborative conditions that encourage innovation, the adoption of new learning technologies, and the application of contemporary practices that promote curiosity, extension, and creativity. It is through these conditions and dispositions that the future entrepreneurs and industry makers of the future are made. The VIA program is a 2-year program across both Years 7 and 8 that motivates and extends students through providing access to progressive, challenging, accelerated and tailored curriculum, addressing the individual academic needs of high-achieving learners with an explicit and continuous focus on the development of creativity and innovation, by incorporating project-based, self-directed learning programs that encourage the development of next-century learning skills and competencies, through the promotion and modelling of the value of independent and collaborative approaches to learning, and through access to partnership programs with external providers, including the Victorian High Ability Program and the Victorian Challenge and Enrichment Programs. At the Lakes, we believe that a well-rounded education leads to well-rounded individuals. To support this, students at the Lakes are presented with a range of extracurricular opportunities. One of these opportunities is the Instrumental Music Program. All students at the Lakes are encouraged to learn a musical instrument. Instrumental music lessons are conducted during the school day on a rotating timetable and are offered to students enrolled from Years 7 to 12. Year 7 students have the exciting opportunity to participate in 1 semester of instrumental music at no cost to families, allowing them an opportunity to learn a new skill. The Lakes is committed to supporting students with pathways that allow for them to become community and professional leaders in their chosen fields. The lifelong skills established through participation in student leadership positions are highly regarded by both employers and tertiary educational institutions. Student leadership at the Lakes creates a unique opportunity for students to amplify their educational experience. This is achieved through a relentless drive and focus on the creation of collaborative conditions that encourage leadership, leading by example through actively demonstrating the school values, and acting in ways that embrace authenticity, responsibility, integrity, and service. It is these conditions and dispositions that develop the leaders of the future. Across the campus, there are opportunities available for students at all levels to share their voice, show agency in their learning, and to participate in leadership opportunities. Formalised leadership roles across the college include College Council representatives, the Student Representative Council, House Captains, Peer Support Leaders, Cultural Ambassadors, as well as School and Vice Captains. The Lakes understands that schools are not only a place to nurture growing minds, but also a place to nurture growing hearts. Across the college, we have a well-established home group system, which sees students connected to teachers who act as their advocates and provide an avenue for regular contact between families and the school. The college regularly outperforms other schools in the areas of student advocacy, student attendance, and having an adult at school that students trust, which we largely attribute to the home group system. The secondary campus utilises a positive developmental framework to support student behavioural expectations. This framework is modelled off the positive behaviour supports model that is used across our primary campus. Co-designed with input from our students, families and staff, the framework aims to recognise and celebrate desired positive behaviours and address challenging behaviours through education and restorative practices. The college does not condone any form of bullying or discriminatory behaviour and aims to work with parents and carers as partners in this process. We support wellbeing through a tiered approach that sees universal educational programs around respectful relationships delivered to all students appropriate to their age and development. Supporting this, we also have small group and individual supports available to young people as they navigate the social and emotional highs and lows of adolescence and young adulthood. We have a dedicated wellbeing team comprising of a student engagement and wellbeing leader, an inclusion leader, year level leaders, a mental health practitioner, a secondary school nurse, youth worker, and a careers counsellor, as well as offering additional supports through our wellbeing contacts at the region. We hope that this presentation has been helpful to both students and families to help inform them of the Lake's educational opportunities. We do, however, recognise that the best way to ascertain a genuine feeling of the learning culture of a school is to visit it in person whilst it's in action. To support this, the Lakes will be running school tours every Friday throughout Term 2, and we encourage all interested families to book a school tour during this time. For those that may be unavailable to make it, please contact the General Office on 9401 3919 to book an individual tour. We thank you for your engagement with this presentation and hope that it has addressed any questions that you might have about life on our secondary campus. If you do have any further inquiries, please don't hesitate in contacting us at the college on 9401 3919.